Welcome back to the Literary Apothecary. My name is Kate, and today I'm here to talk to you guys about Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. This is a mystery thriller that was recommended to me by one of you guys, one of my subscribers. I read it and I absolutely loved it. My general thoughts about this book is that, first of all, I was not expecting the humor in a thriller right away, but I loved it. I think the way to go, and I know people have told me this before when I was reading it, and once I started it, I could see what they meant. The way to go with this book is surely through audiobook or an immersion read. That audiobook makes all the difference. It's one of those books I can't really explain why it makes all the difference, but it makes all the difference, trust me. It is the way to go. Now, here I'll give you a spoiler-free summary of what this book is all about, so then you can decide if you want to read it or not too. What if you thought you murdered your best friend? And if everyone else thought so too? And what if the truth doesn't matter? Lucy and Savvy were the golden girls of their small Texas town, pretty, smart, and enviable. Lucy married a dream guy with a big ring and an even bigger new home. Savvy was a social butterfly, loved by all, and, if you believe the rumors, especially popular with the men in town. But after Lucy is found wandering the streets covered in her best friend Savvy's blood, everyone thinks she is a murderer. It's been years since that horrible night, a night Lucy can't remember anything about, and she has since moved to LA and started a new life. But now the phenomenally huge hit true crime podcast, Listen for the Lie, and its two good-looking host, Ben Owens, have decided to investigate Savvy's murder for the show's second season. Lucy is forced to return to the place she vowed never to set foot in again to solve her friend's murder, even if she is the one who did it. The truth is out there, if we just listen. And the real kicker on this is that Lucy returns to her home because she is at first tricked by her grandmother, who plans this elaborate birthday for herself, for her grandmother. And Lucy comes home for the birthday party and then finds out that this podcast is back there, and that's the real reason why. And her grandma set it up this whole time, and this book was just so good. So let me get to my call pile ratings, and we can talk about each one of the reasons why I loved this book so much. Our characters. These are unique and complex and complicated characters. And even though I have finished this book and loved it, I still don't know exactly how I feel about most of the characters. But they are also really good characters, but maybe not people. Our atmosphere and setting, Tintera absolutely nailed the atmosphere and setting here for me. This was the perfect atmosphere and setting for a small town thriller. A writing style, for the most part, I was able to follow Tintera's writing style. I liked it. There were some parts, especially in the beginning, that felt more like a very slow start to me, but it just took some getting used to. And our plot. This plot was absolutely wild. Even though everything is kind of right there in your face, I never saw that exact ending coming. I didn't give this a full rating because as I was discussing with John and others, I realized that I didn't account for all the questions that I had at the end that were left unanswered, but still, that plot was absolutely wild. Intrigue. I was intrigued the entire time, including at the very end, like I just mentioned. I still had questions at the end that I needed answered. I never stopped being interested and on the edge of my seat. Logic. It all made logical sense and was right there in front of us. But again, I just never saw it coming, even though it made sense. And while I say it all made logical sense, I still had questions. So it made sense, but I still wanted answers. So kind of logical sense, kind of missing a little bit. Enjoyment. I really enjoyed this read, especially once I got the audiobook. I tell you, that is the way to go with this thriller. And of course, our audiobook narrator. I would be remiss if I continue talking about the audiobook without talking about our narrators. This was a duo narrator, January Lavoie, who is always amazing, and Will Dameron. They did such an incredible job. This was excellently narrated. Once I jumped into that audiobook, I was about 40 to 50% away through my read. I didn't want to go back to just the physical read. The audiobook is absolutely the way to go with this one, and January Lavoie continues to impress me with her narrations. So if you have read Listen for the Lie, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of it? Did you expect that ending, or were you like me and you were totally surprised by it? As always, keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.